Dear Kenyans, my name is Wambogo Demokui Modo, and we know each other for a long time. Today, I come here a sad man for this nation of ours. All know I deal with the spirituality of a nation. I'm also a businessman, and not a small one, and very successful. I've been a politician for long, and everybody knows. I have fought for the rights of the tea farmers, coffee farmers, potato farmers. I've fought for the rights of the youth, and I've fought for the rights of so many others. In my 39 years in politics and in business and in spirituality, Kenya, we are headed the wrong direction. Kenya, we have to wake up. Last week, the President Ruto signed some draconian laws. And I think I'm just going to concentrate on 2 or 3. 1, he has signed a law made by the MPs, the ones you elected, giving the president the power through the cabinet secretary to take over your freehold land, not by compulsory acquisition and reparation, no. The president and the governors have now the right to demarcate any area as an urban area. They can call it a municipality. They can call it an urban center. At their will, at their wish, without due reference to anybody at the stroke of the pen. Let me talk about the places I know. For example, in Kiambu, most of the areas are municipalities and others are urban centers. And they're within what we call the Nairobi metropolitan area. That tomorrow the president can wake up and sign it and say it is the metropolitan all the way from Kitengela to Thika. You know what that means? Your ancestral land that our forefathers fought for from the colonialists to get freehold land. The government wants to take it and convert it to leasehold land. Do you know what leasehold land means? It means the land is going to be the property of the government. And every year, you'll be charged land rates, like the leasehold land. I'll give you an example. I own a piece of 0.67 acres in Chaka next to Maisha. And every year, I'm supposed to pay county government 98,000. And I think the national government something like 7,000 or so. So I'm supposed to pay 100,000 every year for that plot because it is leasehold and it is commercial. Now, that's roughly about 9,000 shillings a month. Now, take somebody like in my home area now in Gatito, Morogoro, who owns about 2 acres of the ancestral land. If the government is to apply the same rates, that can go up to 100,000. For 2 acres, that's 200 and about 200 to 240,000. That means that family will be paying the government 24,000 shillings per month. Can they afford under this economic status? No. So at the end of it, the government will, if you are unable to pay the rate and the rent, because there is rate and there is rent, the government can repossess your land on default in paying. Gentlemen and ladies, there was a man called Steve Mbogo, and you go and look for his video. It's in my Facebook account. And last year and the other year, and he talked about new world order, new one world order, a new one world government, one world religion. And he enumerated, which I'm going to put at the end of this video of mine, of how the globalists want to take over our land. They want to take over our health system. Ruto has already declared that the beaches are going to be privatized. Last year, he tried to privatize our airport. We have known Shah is owned by other, behind the back end, it's owned by other people. We know it's e-citizen, behind it, it's owned by other people. Now, Ruto has penetrated our forests. He wants to destroy them. He has opened water towers. Mau and Aberdare are the livelihood of our water towers. He has opened logging in Aberdare. He has opened logging in Mau. He has opened logging in Mount Kenya. What happens? People flash back. By the time President Uhuru closed those forests, we cried. We shouted. Rains reduced. Our ecosystem became unstable. Now Ruto wants to open up the forest. Forests are the nature's bank for nutrition, for good air, and for purification of air. Everybody knows that. Ruto is a botanist, he knows that. But why does he want to destroy our forest in the name of old trees? Old indigenous trees are supposed to die and rot in the forests. But why does he want to destroy? So that we can go dry. They can say now the forests are misused. Can we get private partnership to manage our forests? Because under the globalist New World Order government, they want to control the water resources. They want to control electricity. They want to control health. They want to control housing. They want to take up land so that the government can lease for you God-given land. In fact, at creation, God told us, fill the world. But now this government wants to deny us. They're building the affordable housing so that when they steal your houses, they can put you in 15 minutes estates, like is the plan for the New World Order. We have seen Bill Gates have been given Camry, where we manufacture our vaccines. Everybody knows Bill Gates is an advocate for reduction of black population in the world. They brought the COVID vaccine to kill the blacks, but it killed them. Ruto is playing along. In 2022 December, he signed the Environment Pact in White House. He also signed the LGBT Pact. They're saying they want to remove pornography, whereas they have signed a law on homosexuality. And homosexuality is propagated by pornography. Why not, first of all, stop pornography before you talk about other censorship? And again, do you need draconian laws to do that? We have laws in this country, like section 162 and 65, that can be used to stop pornography and homosexuality. But they didn't want it. They don't even do it. Because some of them and most of them actually practice that sexual immorality and homosexuality. Kenyans, when the government plans to take your land, the next move, they want to take over the water towers and control the rivers. You will become the slaves of the state. You will become tenants in your own ancestral land. This has to stop. Ruto has to be stopped. It's a time we arise all Kenyans and stop Ruto and his draconian laws. On the computer and cyber crime, you know very well, every phone you have, even the SMSs, now they have put them under Google. Your phones are operated by an operating system controlled by Google. They keep every single word you speak and every message you do. Like now I'm talking to you, they are able to store it. That's why they brought phones with permanent batteries at the back. I would advise you, when you want to talk things, maybe do them with Kabambe. But are you safe? Safaricom also can store that message. So you're under watch. You have to resist. The Ruto regime, including the parliamentarians, attempt to steal our land, attempt to steal our beaches, attempt to steal our water towers, attempt to try destroy our water towers, attempt to try to bring in globalists to do vaccination to our women to stop their fertility because they hate black. We have to stop this Ruto regime. And because we will not be able to stop it, we need to go down in prayers and seek God's guidance, because if this regime passes beyond 2025-2026, the current regime plans life presidency. They are working in cahoots with RSF. They are working with cahoots with Madobe. They are training jihadists to make sure even if there is election, they'll disrupt it the way they did Sabasaba. Kenyans, they killed our youth because our youth were fighting for our rights, to intimidate them into silence. All the laws they promised the youth, they are going to discard them. Ichungwa said they have brought them, and actually they have brought them. They want to control your life. They want to suppress you. They want you to be their slaves. It's time to arise and say enough is enough to this LGBTQ New World Order 2030 globalist supported and propelled government that is doing trial for the New World Order 2030. Like Isaiah 19 verse 19 to 20 says, if you cry before God, He will bring a Messiah, and the Messiah is coming under the kingdom of Zion. And we need to pray for that kingdom to come, that will remove this New World Order 2030 propelled government of Ruto, the MPs, and the senators. Shalom, shalom. Peace, peace. Amani, amani. Lakini, amani haiji ila kwa insha la upanga. Kitabu cha Ufunuo 19 mstari ya 15 yatueleza namna hiyo.